And we're live, folks. I'm going to try to sneak this game in real quick because I have a date with the Mets today at 7:10 Eastern Time. They face off against the Marlins in real life. And I need to stream this game. I mean, I'll take my time and put my heart in it and put my all in it. But yeah, we're going to get it started. Yeah, Kyle Baracall. I can't believe they're using that. He's in right.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Mets allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the Fish in Miami 4-3. It was their 7th straight victory. Also in Mets news, relief pitcher Hansel Robles has been placed on waivers by the club. The Washington Nationals got 11 hits overall as they took down the visiting Braves 7-5. Carlos Santana drove in 4 and had a home run as the Phillies pushed past the Reds 4-2. Kyle Schwarber drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs, leading the Cubbies to a win over the Pirates 8-5. The Cardinals got the best of the Brewers at home 5-4. The Padres amassed 14 hits in the game as they secured the win in extras against the Rockies 11-7. The Arizona Diamondbacks got the win over the Giants.
Oh, I got Syndergaard starting today. Actually, he pitched yesterday and pitched 6 solid innings. I think he had 6 innings, 6 strikeouts. He left. He had some blisters, which has affected him. All right, we're gonna clear. No, wait a minute. I want the roof closed. Actually, I want it closed and I want it raining. Syndergaard. Do I need to give somebody a day off? They're all hot. I really want to give. I mean, they're gonna have a day off after this game. Maybe I'll give Bruce a day off tomorrow. So yeah, the Mets are really hot. I mean, the Mets are really hot right now. I'll be talking soon. I'm sorry, guys. I literally got out of work. I got home. I ate a quick plate, I showered, and now I'm streaming because I really want to catch this game.
Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the New York Mets and the Miami Marlins. The Mets are looking to collect their 8th win in a row next.
8 wins. I'd love to get 10. Whoa, he doesn't have a glove. That's weird.
Kyle Baracall, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
So, I want to begin by saying that I'm a sucker for new technology. I don't usually jump on it right away, right? If I got the funds for it, I'll buy it for sure. But, like, when the PS4 Pro was announced, I knew that I needed to get a 4K TV. So, I got... And this is going to lead somewhere. This is a whole big story that I'm going to say, but it really leads somewhere. It's got fastball, slider, changeup. It's a 3-pitch pitcher? Wow, okay. So I can sit on the fastball. No, I can't. It's a changeup. So, when the PS4 Pro was announced, when there were rumblings about a PS4 Pro back in February or January of 2016, around GDC, that's when the story broke. I think I don't want to say Polygon broke the story. Fall ball, fall ball, fall ball. Nope. Not in his glove. There were rumors that Sony was, as a matter of fact, the rumor started, if people really remember their history, there were rumors before GDC 2016 that there was a Sony exec in Japan, I think, was asked by Famitsu about, like, PlayStation iterations, and he let a slip of the tongue that there was something coming out before mention of Scorpio. So before Scorpio was even a thing, PS4 Pro had been announced. Had been leaked, sort of, kind of. Not as we know it to be today, or not how we knew it to be when GDC news leaked, right? But I've always tried to find that, and I've never been able to find that source or that article indicating that. But I remember this to be true. I'm positive. And I popped it up. There's no wind because the stadium is closed.
And that's the second out of the inning.
So when the PS4 Pro was announced, I knew 2 things. I knew that Horizon Zero Dawn was a game that I wanted to play. It was like my biggest it was the first party exclusive I was anticipating the most, and I knew that I was going to get that. When Pro was announced, I was like, it's gonna play best on Pro in terms of image quality. It's gonna look the best on PS4 Pro, and I need a Pro, and I need a 4K TV. And that's a double. That's a double. No, it's got too. Oh, got too much. Got too much of it. So I needed. I knew that I needed to get that. So I got a Pro. On launch day, I think it came out October. I may be wrong, but it came out October 10th. And a month later, I got a 4K TV, and I got a pretty good 4K TV. I got a Samsung 65-inch KS9000. I'll actually share the story on how I got it because I think it's worth sharing, and I think it's a pretty cool story. At the time that I wanted to get it, it cost like maybe $2,500, $2,400 for the particular model and for the size that I wanted. So prior to this, I had a 1080p Sony Bravia, the KDL 55 802WA or W8028, one of those. I forget the codes. And in terms of LCD TVs, it was like one of the. It was top notch. It was pretty good LCD TV, 1080p TV. Had super low input lag. I think it was like 16.9 milliseconds, and I think the only one that topped it in terms of picture quality was another Bravia, which was the W900A, the KDL W900A. So I got Pro, and I'm like, I really can't tell the difference. And people are like, oh, it's super samples, whatever. You know, the 4K image or the 1440p resolution gets downsampled on a 1080p TV, so you know it looks clearer, it looks crisper, and that may very well have been true. I'm not debating this, but I didn't feel like I was getting my money's worth with a 1080p TV. So anybody who knows Slick Deals know that there's always deals on Slick Deals. The TV that I wanted was out of my price range. I really was only willing to spend no more than $1,500, and preferably less than that. I didn't want to spend more than $1,500. $1,500 was my maximum. There was a dude on Slick Deals who was able. So if you were, I think it's called the Samsung Partner Program or something, like EPP, Equal Partner Program. It's something, I forget what the acronym is. And there was this dude on Slick Deals who was selling these accounts if you gave him a gift card or if you paid $10. So I made an account. I read it on Slick Deals. I made an account on Slick Deals. I private messaged him on the Slick Deals forum. He was like, yeah, just send me a $10 Amazon gift card. He made me, okay, and the reason I was doing this, I was paying this random person, taking a shot, and I was like, you know what, I'll pay the $10. If he steals $10, I'm not gonna die over $10. $10 is like a Happy Meal or something, right? I can live without $10. So, and the reason I was doing this was because if you had one of these accounts, you can get a discount pricing on Samsung TVs, and I mean huge, like a pretty big fucking discount. So I paid the $10.
Swing line drive. That's going to be trouble.
It's fat money.
Around first, digging for two.
It's 2 outs anyway. And I play that ball horribly. It's like the worst angle to that ball. So I paid the $10, and he followed through. He emailed me and said, hey, this is your account. This is the email. So I had to send him an email, my name, my date of birth. And I sent him my email. And he was like, hey, listen, so you have an email. This is the password. As soon as you log in, just change the password, right? So, you know, you can be secure in having your account. So the account that he made me, he somehow affiliated it as if I were a Citibank employee, right? So I get a discount as a Citibank employee with an account with Samsung. I get a discount, and I started looking at the TVs, and the one that I wanted, which was a 65-inch at that time KS9000, was no, not 9000, KS8000, which is pretty popular mid-range 4K TV. It did it did full 4K. It did 10-bit HDR, which was very different from 8-bit HDR, which really shouldn't be considered HDR because it doesn't hit the peak luminance that it should. It was like, I think it was $1,000, which was well below my $1,500 budget.
Now a ball hit
Fall ball.
hard toward
Yes,
third.
it's fair.
And he's going to kick off the second with extra bases.
And I'm going to third here, maybe.
Around second, he's on his way to
No, I'm not.
third. And he'll scramble back
Well,
to the bag and
I had
be
to
there
try it.
safely.
When it left his bat, I thought it might curve foul.
So the case,
He manages to
8,000
squeak it just
was like,
inside
I'm pretty sure it was
line.
$1,100.
Well hit, line drive double.
Wow,
By the
just
time
on
right
the-
fielder tracked
on
it
the
down,
chalk.
He was easily into second.
I looked at the case 9,000, which was just a step above it,
Last night's ball game.
and that was selling for $1,200. And I was like, oh my God, for for $200 extra plus tax,
The first pitch.
I can get like the top of the line 2016,
Maben is
you know,
there.
4K TV from Samsung. You
Makes
bet your
the
ass
play. Runner tags and hits
that I
for
got it.
third. The relay throw, and he'll get into third here on the fly
So I picked it
out,
up,
so he's 90 feet
fell in
away
love with
here
it.
one
I paid
gone.
extra to have it shipped before Thanksgiving. They actually missed their date, and they shipped it after Thanksgiving on Black Friday itself. I was so happy, and I was able to flip my TV, my 2013 55-inch Sony Bravia. I was able to sell for $600, and like that was 2016. In 2013, I bought it for $1,200, and I was able to flip it for 50% less than what I had originally paid for it. And I was ecstatic. I'm like, yeah, $600 towards whatever I just spent, I'll take it. I ended up spending. Oh, it hit him, and he better be fair. Yeah.
So they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay.
You should be out there checking on your pitcher, man.
Certainly something you never want to see. Perhaps the silver lining here, if there is
You all right?
one,
You all right,
is
Barrett
that
Claw?
that got him in the non-throwing arm. So if he had to work his way through
I wish
this,
it would have broke
probably
the
could.
hammock bone in his pitching
Assuming,
hand.
Of course, that there's nothing broken in there. And I think he is indeed planning to give it another go.
Oh, it looked like it was way out of the zone. I got it early.
He'll try and start
So I
things
paid
over now with the bases empty
with
and
taxes and the
following
extra
RBI
shipping. I paid about $1,400,
strike to the 35
close to $1,500, about $1,430. And I was fine. I'm like, hey, I came well below the $70 the $1,500 budget. I came $70 below. I got a higher end model, you know, in comparison to what I originally wanted. So I'm like, all right, I made off like a bandit. I'm happy, you know. Actually, $60 less if you count the $10 that I paid for the account, which I still have. I still have access to this Citibank employee account through Samsung. So that worked out perfectly. The TV's great. It's awesome. You know, it has pretty good input lag at 21 or 22 milliseconds. Man, I know the PC folks will look down on it, but for me, you know, I don't game on PC. I game on consoles. You know, I use a TV. I don't use a monitor. It works perfectly fine. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere with the story. I'm very elaborate. I'm going around the bush, right? But we're going somewhere with the story. So the biggest problem with TV, the picture quality was great, at least to me. I'm not like a tech head in terms of calibrating TVs and stuff like that. I'm not like those folks on AVS forums. But I was happy with the TV. It was bigger than what I originally had. It was 65 inches, as opposed to the 55-inch TV I had. It was a 4K TV. It did 10-bit HDR. HDR10, it doesn't do Dolby Vision, which is fine. And I'm like, this is great. I'll be able to play, like, you know, games on PS4 Pro how they should be played on a 4K TV with, you know, with HDR capabilities. So I was super ecstatic about that. I've enjoyed it this whole time. The biggest problem with it was that when you played any HDR content in game mode, you would want to play when you play your video games because that's where you get the minimized input lag. When you played an HDR capable game, the backlight, which is the luminance level, which should have automatically pumped up from whatever it currently was to the maximum value, which is 20, didn't pump up automatically. So in an HDR capable game, you weren't getting the peak luminance that the TV is capable of because of this little glitch. And this was back in 2016. That was the biggest problem. You needed to change it. That's a problem that they need to fix, Sony San Diego. Fuck. So it was an issue because you would have to manually, when playing an HDR game, pump up the backlight to 20, and then when you would quit playing an HDR game, you would have to pump down the backlight to whatever it is that you had it naturally. I would usually keep it at 13. It wouldn't be that much of a difference, but just like the OCD in me was like, I'm not getting the peak luminance levels that I should be getting. So this is incorrect.
In the dirt, and now let's see.
Hit and run.
This is low, and it won't be dug out. So he picked the right pitch to run on there, and he's in at second base with a stolen bag.
So that was a huge problem. Now enter Rudy 1 from Florida. It's a pretty renowned member over at the ABS forums. And he had said through this forum that Samsung was going to put out an update in November of 2017 which would fix this. And he claimed that he was very well connected with Samsung engineers in South Korea. Now mind you, this Rudy 1 person from Florida, we don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. He claims all these things. In years past or in times past, he actually had come through with information and details which actually, came to pass. But so far, when it came to what we had called
sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Slider stayed too low, ball 2.
So far, what we had dubbed the HDR game mode patch hadn't come to pass. And there was just a lot of confusion. People were getting upset. Fast forward to April 10th today, that update has come out. And in between, there were lots of updates that Samsung would put out. There was never like an update log or like some patch notes letting us know, hey, this is what the update does. Those things they didn't put out. But the infamous update finally released today, and I can tell you, because I've already updated my TV, that it works. It works as intended. It works as it should have always worked. And, I'm pretty sure Rudy 1 will never hear this broadcast, but I have to eat crow. I have to eat lots and lots of crow. As my coworker would say, you gotta eat that shit hard, okay? I gotta eat that shit hard. Because I had lost hope. I had not expected that this was gonna happen. I had not expected Rudy 1 from Florida to come through, and he did. Whether or not he spoke to the engineers in South Korea, whether or not he's well connected, is irrelevant. What he said that was going to happen in November didn't happen in November, but it happened today. And I am so happy that it happened. Incredibly happy that it happened. And don't be fooled. I would pump up the backlight and pump it down every single time. I'm like OCD like that. I would feel like I just wasn't playing the game the right way. I'm like, no, HDR is supposed to be done completely. And it worked. It worked. So, some folks will hear this and say, oh, you should have got an OLED. I didn't have money for an OLED. I would like to get an OLED. And what I would really like is a micro LED. I saw those at CES this year. I wasn't at CES, but what I'm trying to say is that I saw them on YouTube. And they look solid. I think that's the future. OLED's got some burn-in issues that I'm worried about, because sometimes I do leave my TV on. As soon as I got home, actually, I read about it. Actually, I read about it on Reset. And as soon as I looked it up on Reset before going to work, it was like half an hour before going to work, I read about it. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be able to do anything. So I read about it on Reset, and as soon as I read about it on Reset, I went directly to the ABS forums. I had seen that some people had tested it out already and were saying that it indeed does work. I was ecstatic. And then I got to work. I downloaded it on my work computer. I put it on my thumb drive. Got home. Updated the TV. The first game I tried obviously was MLB The Show, and it worked. It worked just as intended. And I was just like, oh my god, I've been waiting for years.
For the second ball.
Well, these are just extra pitches.
I didn't think it's fucker out with a strikeout. I hate when pitches make me throw.
Work around him, and no reason to, but
Sit the
sometimes
fuck
you
down.
just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
So yeah, that was my long-winding story of my TV. It was, you know, definitely first world problems, but it was a problem for me. I hated having to pump up the backlight. It just used to make me upset. And you know, after a while, after he said it was going to come out in November and it didn't come out, and then, you know, there was just like there was miscommunication and some things that he said that made people iffy about the veracity of his statements. I'm just like, this guy's just full of shit. I mean, I never called him out specifically on AVS forums because I'm not a member, but on Reset and specifically on GAF, I called him out. I'm like, this guy is full of shit. You're full of shit.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing.
And sorry, folks, I'm not like focusing on the game at all, but I thought this was something worth mentioning, at least for me.
And there are 2 away. Riding in once again, Miguel Rojas hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat.
All right, sorry, folks. Got a couple texts from
Now the pitch.
my coworkers.
It's a swinging bunt up the line. That's a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1.
How about that Shohei Ohtani with the Angels? Guy's won Player of the Week, and rightfully so. I didn't know this kid threw 100 miles per hour. Fuck.
Toward left center field.
I didn't know Shohei Ohtani threw 99 plus. I was watching his start on MLB TV, and I'm like, this kid is the real deal.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
All right, let's see. I need to bear down here. I've only about 17 pitches in 4 innings. This is what happens when you just talk shit about TVs that nobody cares about. I was late on that. All right, you guys don't have to excuse me. I need to really fire this text off. One of my friends, Nick, from our clan, the Morningside group, he's a huge Gotham fan. I mean, this kid loves Gotham. And he knows that I like Batman. He knows that I'm a pretty big Batman fan. And I'm kind of disappointed at myself because he's only thrown 19 pitches through 3 innings, and he's not even a starter. I should make him work more. And there you go, fall ball. There you go. And I got to give Gotham a shot. I'm not one of those folks with, you know, certain franchises or properties that I like that I'm like super strict about who should be in it and whether it should stick to continuity or not. I'm not like that. I'm pretty open-minded. Like, hey, you know, every creator, every writer is gonna have, especially when it comes to comics, is gonna have their different version of Batman, and you know, it's this whole big tapestry through 80+ years of Batman. I get that. They've got their own take. I love Morrison's take on. I shouldn't have swung at that. I was not going to drive something to right field. I was not going to hit a home run. I love Grant Morrison's take where he sort of like the premise was, hey, I'm gonna. Damn it! I should have swung at that one. He's like, the premise of my Batman is that everything throughout his 75-year history is actually canon, has actually happened, and the concept was, what would that do to the mind of a man? Nice pitch. All the stuff that Batman's gone through his 75-year history at that point, what would that do to a man? And I love Morrison's run from 06 to like 2011, late 2011. But anyway, Nick knows that I'm a pretty big Batman fan, especially when it comes to the comic books. Fucking A. And I pressed R1 by mistake. Yep, I pressed R1 by mistake.
In time, and just like that, this side is
So I need to be careful with my finger placement.
But they're up 1-0.
He's been like, just, dude, you gotta watch it, and I'm like, I've seen some clips, I saw like the pilot, it doesn't look like something I'll enjoy. You know, like Bruce is in Gotham, Selina's in Gotham as a kid, Alfred is weird, Harvey Bullock is like funny, Joker's got a brother now, he was telling me. I'm like, Joker's got a brother? Like, one of the great things about the Joker as a character is that he has several origins and he has none at the same time. So it's just, I mean, he loves it. And I think the reason that he loves it is because he doesn't have that backstory of Batman that I do. So lucky for him. And I'm being a hypocrite because of things that I say that I'm not against. That's why I'm not watching the show. I'm like, this doesn't sound like I'll enjoy it.
Stepping in now, Starlin Castro.
He was texting me about that. He was like, yeah, dude, who's Jeremiah Wild or whoever was it, I forget. Xander Wild. He's like, yeah, who's Xander Wild? Just found out in Gotham that he's Jerome's brother. Jerome was a Joker, so Xander is Jerome's brother. I'm like, yeah, this makes no fucking sense, dude. It's probably a really good show. I just don't think I'll enjoy it. See, because when Gotham was announced, I was super excited because there was a comic book. It's about 40 or 45 issues. I'm pretty sure it was 40 issues, written by Greg Rucka, and it was a great fucking premise. It was basically like SVU in Gotham. It was basically like, we're gonna focus on the lives of the Gotham Police Department, the characters, the ins and outs. We're going to focus on this group of people and how they deal with a Gotham City that has a Batman in it, that has a Joker in it, that has a Mr. Freeze in it. So I remember one of the very first, I call them episodes, one of the very first issues, there was this dude who was killed by Mr. Freeze, and he like froze to death, like Mr. Freeze froze him, and he broke into pieces or chunks, and they sort of depicted like how would a crime unit investigate that particular crime scene. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I love those comic books by Greg Rucka. Shout outs to Greg Rucka. And the title of the comic was Gotham, so I figured that's what they were going to focus on. It was like literally SVU in Gotham, but they haven't done that at all. I'm like, that's not what I wanted. That sucks.
And he really seems to have this lineup off balance.
Let's check how many strikeouts I got. 5.
When he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Alright, I need to bear down. I'm talking too much shit instead of playing the game. And I don't think I'll finish the game before 7:10, but if I can not miss like the first 3 innings of the game, I'll be fine. And I really want to play World War II, but I can't miss my Mets. I'm a really big Mets fan. I've been a Mets fan since I was a kid. I mean, I can't remember for how long. I've been a Mets guy for a long time. Fucking A. I've been a Mets guy for a long time now. Did I leave that up? I want to know where I left that.
Way to break up the rhythm. That was almost 8 in a row. This guy was starting to get his bearings about him on the mound.
Where was that pitch? That was a good pitch. That was a fucking pitcher's pitch. Alright, he got it.
Standing in now, Derek Dietrich pulls this one into the air out into right field.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Actually, I stopped reading comics since I moved back to my mom's house, like in 2013. When I was out, I didn't really have a space to play. Get up. Oh. I really didn't have a spot to play. I didn't have time, and quite honestly, I didn't have the money to spend on games. So I would read lots of comic books. I read lots of Batman. Growing up as a kid, I grew up DC. You know, like my nephew's Colorado. My nephew's Green Lantern is John Stewart, which is like the funniest thing. I'm like, damn, I feel old. Like when he talks about Green Lantern and he talks about John Stewart, you know, growing up, that's what he watched. And I'm like, my fucking Green Lantern was Kyle Rayner, man.
Swing
That was
and
my
a miss
Green
here.
Lantern.
Behind in the count now.
And now Hal Jordan has taken over. You know, Hal Jordan's been my Green Lantern for a while as well, since Jeff Johns took over.
Pretty exceptional. He's mixed East and West really well, and
He's pitched real good. He has pitched real good.
Success.
I have not been able to hit his shit, so 27 pitches and
On its way,
5 in the third,
0-2 pitch.
and he struck me
This
out.
is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down.
Not really focused. I don't want to make excuses for myself. He's pitching a really good game, but I haven't made it easy on myself either.
4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adrian Gonzalez. First time up.
I'm gonna hit a home run here. Fastball in, please.
Here it comes.
Oh, change up.
Change up in for a strike.
2 quick outs in this inning. So
And again, I don't want to make excuses, but I really haven't been focusing. I mean, this is a 3-pitch pitcher. Fastball, changeup, curveball. Right? I should be able to identify. Fastball, slider, changeup. I should be able to identify what he's throwing, and he's barely throwing his slider.
Here comes the 0-1.
There it is, and he hung it.
Right over the middle, taken for a strike.
And he hung
He
it.
thanks his lucky stars right there.
You're darn right. You hung that hanger.
I believe he didn't pull the trigger on
I wasn't expecting it. Was not expecting that pitch. That was an update, by the way. That wasn't Nick. And that's gone. Stay fair. There you go.
And that's going to wind up.
What? Come on! Oh my god! I'm almost positive. I don't ever do replays. Oh, okay. It was foul. It was a foul ball. I don't ever do replays. I think this is the first one I've done in 11 games. When Gonzalez is trying to wave it. He's trying to wave it. Ah. Alright, let's see if I can get something out over the plate. Drive it to left field. Get a double maybe.
Another 0-2 coming.
Ah. He got me because I was looking out over the plate. And I wasn't able to adjust on an 0-2 count.
Martin Prado now. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well.
Alright, folks, give me a minute. I'm sorry. I should be focusing on the stream, but I'm on the phone. I'm looking at this Mets. This is awesome. So, MLB, the official Twitter for MLB puts up the power rankings. They got Houston in first place at 9-2. They got the Red Sox in second place at 8-1. They got the Nationals in third place at 5-5. They got the Cubs in fourth place at 5-4. And they got the New York Yankees at 5-5. And they have totally forgotten about the New York Mets, who are currently 8-1. And their reply is to take a screenshot of those power rankings and in a very cheeky manner say that's accurate. So that's fucking awesome. I thought I followed the Mets. Oh, wait a minute. This is not my Twitter. Oh, wait a minute. I thought I followed the Mets. And there they are. it is a very troll move. It's good though. It's really good. Hey man, listen, the Mets haven't had a start like this since '86, and they won it all in 2006, and they should have won it all had it not been for stupid Yadier Molina, who should have got beat up by Corey Tavello or whatever the D-backs manager is. He was way out of line. He should have said what he said about Yadi stealing strikes, which he does. He's a great catcher. That's what a catcher does. He frames the pitches and he steals strikes for his pitcher. That's what he does. That's what a good catcher does. I wish Darno did that. I was talking to my coworkers one of my coworkers at work, and I'm like, you know what? Although Plawecki's a god-awful hitter, Plawecki can't hit for shit. Just make him the everyday catcher. I mean, he can steal. I mean, he can steal. He can catch runners off base. He can throw runners out. He's a good defender. He can call a game. He can block the plate, which is not something Darno can do effectively.
Ready to deliver.
You know,
Here's the first
stiff
pitch.
as fuck behind that plate. I mean, you guys have seen it. You guys have seen me throw these. I'm gonna try to bounce one right here and watch him miss.
Into the windup. Here
I'm gonna
comes
bounce
the
it. He's
0-1.
gonna miss.
And he just misses with a curveball. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
But he sucks. The point is, he sucks.
There's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
And Gonzalez will tuck this one away for round number 2.
But I'm so happy for the Mets, and I'm happy for me because this thing works now. It works how it should work.
After striking out his last time up.
Rockstar publisher sale on United States PlayStation
Now the
Network.
pitch. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. Swinging a ground ball to third. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him, and the inning.
Would have been upsetting if he would have got on base. I'm like, are you kidding me?
They're on the short end of a 1-0 score.
Yeah, after this, I'm going to relax. I'm going to watch the game. Take it easy. I'm going to take the day off of work on Thursday. I don't work Friday, so I'll have a nice little 4-day weekend. Looking forward to it. I haven't taken a day off since like last October. Last November. Not counting holidays. So I'm looking at my sick hours just pile up, and I'm like, yeah, I need a fucking day off. I'm gonna call it sick. I've actually been coughing since Monday. Trying to sell that shit. These little yappy dogs. They're always barking about something. Damn, he's got me with a slider. I'm just off my game. I'm not even gonna make any excuses. I'm just off my game right now. Okie dokie. Let's see what I'm gonna do.
A ball and a strike.
That one looked like it could easily have gone.
See, because with his fastball, you've got to commit. You've got to commit to the fastball. Wow, 35 pitches in 6 innings, and he's almost out of energy.
Probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Line towards center field.
Yes, sir.
And that'll get down for a base.
I may lay a bunt down here.
I may lay a bunt down here. Coming out of spring training, some guys get off to torrid starts, some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
Junichi Tazawa.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. One ball, no strikes to count.
I'd like to take it to right field through the hole. I don't want to ground out. I really don't.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already.
He better.
He's starting to lose location of that strike.
I'm looking for a fastball out over the plate.
Right here.
You've got to commit to that fastball. It's coming at 95. Slider.
Big danger now. It's
I like to swing 3-0, but I don't like to swing 3-0.
Thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit.
Yeah, I haven't taken any walks this game either. He's 39 pitches, all have been strikes. I mean, I've got to make this guy work. Change up. What was I gonna do with that? I was gonna pop it up. If I got I'm swinging 3-1. If I got a fastball out over the plate, I'm swinging. I hope it's a fastball, not a slider.
The 3-1 pitch.
Oh, it was a fastball in. I wasn't looking for that.
Fell behind early in this one, 3-0, and has battled back with 2 quality strikes.
I was not looking for that pitch.
Right here and tries to get a nibble.
And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press.
I'm looking for something out over the plate, and I'll have to protect because I can't take it if it's close. Not a slider. Not a slider. Ooh, and I was
straight away right. Waiting on it is Brinson. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And in the end, the tag appears to have been a bluff. He's back to second.
I was right on it. Oh, the contact probably sucked. I'm not going to drive it to the left here. I'm not trying to pull. Looking for a fastball again. Oh, is that's gone. That's fucking foul. That's foul. That's foul.
Maybe by a matter of inches that time.
Second one I almost hit.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Trying to pull this one here. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to launch angle. Ah, that was a good one to hit. It's all about location for me. I wasn't sitting outside. He may come back in. I gotta sit it inside. Change it.
1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
If it would have been in the zone, he would have got me because I was looking in. But I was able to recognize it was going to be off the plate.
Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Adjusting mid-pitch is sometimes hard. All right, looking for something outside over the plate. Hopefully it's not in. And it's in! Gotta be kidding me. That's a good slider.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt.
I want to see where it was.
You think it's fast,
that looks good coming out of the hand.
Bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
I committed to that pitch. Yeah. All right. Looking for something up to drive to left field. Hopefully it's not in and it's out over the plate. I wish you would have hit me.
One missed down and in for a ball. 1-0. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
It's been a real low-scoring game, and these are the Marlins. I mean, these guys suck. Oh my God! And I jammed it because I hit it out. Fuck, fall ball.
And he's able to get there on the long run.
If I would have pulled that pitch, fuck.
Here's Cameron Maben now.
I didn't pull it because I was looking for something out over the plate, and I had to react.
Well, when you both surrendered,
Fucked yet again. I hope I don't give up any more runs.
You know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
0-1 the count.
Please work.
And that one just missed outside.
1-1.
Strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
I cannot believe it either. I mean, it didn't look like a strike to me.
Is taken for ball 2. The pitch. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Taken there by Cabrera. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Pretty disappointed with myself getting 2 guys on base and not driving in a run. That sucks. Strikeout, pop up. I don't know what else I did. Oh, I flew out.
Here it comes, 1-0. Grounded to short. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. Ready once again.
Mr. Bohr.
Mr. Bohr. But it resulted in a line out. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. The 1-0. Yanked on the ground down the line.
That was a close one.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled off again, and
okie dokie.
Got it swinging, and that will end the inning. Miami down in order. It remains 1-0. Welcome back to South Florida. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game.
He was pretty good. He was pretty good. And again, I mean, I would love to say, hey, I was talking shit a lot of, the first 3 innings. I wasn't really focusing and swinging at everything. But that's not really it. After that, I bared down and I wasn't able to. Oh my God, this is. I'm struggling with Cespedes right now.
On the other side has been really impressive.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Here's Jay Bruce now.
They play me to pull, and I hit the pull side. I'm like, there was something out over the plate. Oh my God, I'm swinging at these junk pitches.
Originally from Japan, of course. His contract is set to expire.
Originally from Japan, of course. What kind of racist ass shit is that?
Some guys only get to free agency one time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a second time and in the prime of his career. Is he able to handle the pressure as he plays out this final season?
I don't know, D-Roll.
And this one misses to Bruce as he moves out in front. It's 2-1.
Really high curveball right there.
3 pitches out of the zone. He may come inside with a fastball. I hope it's not one of them. I hope I don't chop it on the ground.
The 2-1. Throw on to first will get him. Scored 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now.
Fastball.
Ready for another.
It looks like I thought it was early on it.
Frazier. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him.
Darn it. That was a good, tight little curveball. I just missed it. I saw it go up. Little forkball. Took something off of that pitch. Yes, he did. Alright, he might go away with a slider, maybe. We'll see.
1-2.
Oh. I'm not even today. I was looking for something away. I got frozen up inside. Fucking A.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try.
These are the Marlins. The Marlins suck. He's scoring bombs left and right.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league.
This guy's done. Fucking Hero's a jerk. Can you say next? Because this guy's done.
It'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes
Off the
to
plate.
count.
Throw a changeup.
Count is even at 2-2.
Come on, dude.
2-2. Here now the 2-2. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Depending on how many pitches he throws. I may send him out there for the 8th and then have Familia come out and get the save.
He singled his last time up. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss.
Was he late on that?
A lively fastball.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that.
I'm still frustrated on my hitting today. I look really bad. Striking out, not adapting. Because for me, it's all, I mean, more than pitch recognition, which is really important, it's all about location. Like, I'm very adamant. But on 2 strikes, it's not about being adamant. It's about being adapting and fouling pitches off. And they've struck me a couple times. It's just looking, and that's you never want to strike out looking.
Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1.
It means you didn't have a game, you didn't have a plan.
Very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Missed with a slider.
Sleater.
Nobody on. Too high. Ball 3.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they
All right,
always come
curveball. Here it is, 3-2. Don't walk him. Good shit. There you go. Thank you for joining me, viewer.
1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They trail.
Please let me know how it looks on YouTube, if it looks crappy or not. I am playing in HDR. It looks good on my screen. It may not look good on yours. I've seen some of the replays. 2 strikeouts with Aegon.
Things off here in this 1-run contest.
Let's bring in, just in case I need somebody. I saw him yesterday, so Paul. Actually, no, I'll bring Swarzak. Swarzak and a lefty just in case. I hope not to use them. I hope to pitch a scoreless eighth with Syndergaard.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ah.
Breaking ball over the outer
Hope to
half.
pitch a scoreless eighth with Syndergaard and then give it to Familia for the save.
They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
And
Oof.
good idea to hold off on that swing.
Good curveball.
That's a great job of keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
All right, looking for a fastball inside.
The 1-1 home.
And it wasn't inside, and I was able to adapt, but right to the outfield there.
In left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1.
I was a fork ball. Was I early on? I was. It says the swing timing was good. Definitely didn't feel like it. Another 1, 2, 3 inning.
On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th
He
here
is.
with 2 quick outs. Striding in once again, Travis Garneau.
Looking to pull something here, hopefully down and in. Trying to cheat a little bit.
A ball and no strikes.
I'm really trying to golf one here. Just trying to golf it over and out of the park.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
I was late on that. Oh my God.
On the move. He makes the play, and that
I feel really shitty at the plate. Like I'm not on.
Mets go down.
And it'll be crazy. Like sometimes throughout the season, you guys will notice that. Like as a player, I'll go on a slump where I just like I can't hit a lick. And then sometimes you'll see me put up 20 runs. But you guys have seen I'm not patient. I'm not adapting. I'm taking 0-2. You know, got away with that changeup.
Giving chase.
Ooh. Got away with that error.
Lewis Brinson 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Yeah, Syndergaard's out after this. He's like really tired. Thank you, Brinson.
There's another pitch for a strike, and
Let's bounce this pitch.
Really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Let's throw a slider away.
1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but
All right, let's bury a sinker in.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2.
Please don't miss this changeup. And I did. Got away with that. He's making me work, dude. Come on, seriously? Strike the fuck out.
Fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. To first.
Sit down, man.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Johnny Giavotella will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw will go to 8.
All right, you're next on Syndergaard. You did a great job. 96 pitches, 8 strikeouts.
Miami down in order.
How many hits? 3 hits. I'll take it every single time.
Now the famous neon of Ocean Drive in Miami Beach. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network.
Drew
Steckenrider.
Drew Steckenrider. All right, let's put these folks down.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario.
It's Familia's night.
For him in his last trip.
I'm really looking for an insurance run here, man. Insurance run here will be real big.
First pitch on its way. Ninth inning
A slider. What he's got? Let's see. Fastball, slider, cutter, changeup. Let's see something out over the plate that I can drive to right field and get on base.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
First pitch is at 7:10. I probably won't be able to see the second inning, maybe. Hopefully. Get up, ball.
Digging in the switch hitter, Asdrubal Cabrera. He went down on strikes last time up.
All right, look for something. I'm looking to hit a home run here. I'm not lying.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted down.
Fought it off, fall down. That is a double.
Get down for what should be extra bases. And he is
An extra run
base
would make me feel at ease.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference. So
Yes, sir. I fought that off.
Making that a real possibility.
It says I was late, but I was early enough to fight it off. Oh, and I popped that right up.
Maben moving in.
Darn it, I was late on that pitch.
And there are 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis
All right.
Cespedes.
No, I was late on that pitch. I don't care what that
every
says.
team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion.
Just wanted to make him throw, see if it caused a a little error or something. Just make him throw.
Some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. Cabrera at second with 2 down.
Looking for something inside. Oh, nice little cutter. It looks so good. When it's above the letters, it looks so darn good.
Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
Yeah, he is. He's not trying to pitch to me. He's not trying to pitch to Cespedes. I mean, man, it's tough. 3-0, it's always tough. Because if he gives you something good to hit, Okay, no. I wasn't going to swing at that. He was never trying to pitch to me. He was trying to see. He was nibbling to see if I was going to chase and try to get myself out, but I wasn't going to do that. Yeah, no. He's going to come after Bruce now for sure. He may come inside. Let me sit outside. And that ball needs to get up. Nope. All right, well, this is it. I'm going to defend a 1-run lead. This is my guy.
Comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's Cameron Maben now. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's
fastball.
happened a few times. They've just been
now Mr. Splitty. I set him up for Mr. Splitty. I'm going to try to bounce this pitch.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
There you go.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. He was great all night long.
It's out of Miami, isn't it?
At the plate, Miguel Rojas, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Sinker.
He got him out in front that time. Strike 1.
I rarely use a slider. I'm sinker fastball splitter with Familia. Sinker again.
Hit out towards second. Cabrera's up with it.
Now they need a hit to stay alive. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, Mr. Bohr. Mr. Bohr.
Justin Bohr, lifetime against Familia. He's got a 3 for 5 line. No balls and 1 strike. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th.
Ooh, Mr. Bohr chases.
Missed, so now they find themselves
Don't miss the splitter, dude. Do not miss the splitter.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down.
And there you go.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game.
There you go, Thor.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days.
Folks, thanks for joining us today. I try to get this one. Actually, let me turn my Xbox. Xbox on. Xbox on. There you go. Thanks for joining us here on YouTube on my daily stream of MLB The Show 2018, playing with the Mets, a full 162 game season. Make sure to check us out on Twitter over at AverageGaming17. Make sure to check me out over on Twitter at Goose_7. 7 as always spelled SE, the number 7EN. Check our content out on Twitch and YouTube, Average Everyday Gaming. Make sure to check out the 18th episode of our AEG cast on SoundCloud and YouTube services. Thanks, everybody.